The Weebly tutorial for opening up and editing your website. Now I'm using a computer, so it's going to look a little bit different on an iPad if you're editing your work on an iPad. If you're on an iPad, make sure that you go up to the very top of the page if you haven't started editing already, and make sure you can see or request the desktop version. You need to request the desktop version. You can do that by clicking on the box with the arrow in it. I don't have it here, but it will be towards the top of the page somewhere of your account, actually of the browser, and it'll have a little square with an arrow pointing up, kind of looking like this here, but not quite, a little bit more like a straight arrow going through, and that would allow you to request the desktop site. That said, I've logged in, and this is the page it takes me to, and I can just click here to edit site. Now it might look a little bit different on your screen, but you want to find essentially a section that says edit your site or edit your website. When you click it, okay, it should take you to a page that looks a little bit like this. You'll have your editing tools on the side. If you're in the section right here that's called build. If you're not, click the tab up at the top called build, and then you can start adding things into your page. Now, a couple of you wanted to know specifically how to edit the background. So if you have an image back here like I do, you want to click somewhere on that image, and it'll pop up on the bottom. It'll say edit background or replace header layout. If you want to change the way that the header looks, this is called the header. It's at the top, at the head of the page. That's why it is called the header. If I wanted to edit the background, I would click here. I could replace the image or just edit the image I have here. I like my image just the way it is, so I'm going to leave it as is. You can do a scrolling effect, which means that you would actually go through a couple different pictures. If you like to do that, that's fine too. And in the advanced tool, you can adjust how it is aligned. Is it aligned at the top? Is it aligned in the middle or at the bottom? And if you wanted to save it to more pages, you could click on which pages you wanted to use this picture. So there's lots of different features. Now, this is not a purchased site. It's a site that is free, so there's going to be a couple things that you won't be able to do. And if it says, you need to upgrade, then just skip that and you won't be able to use it. Okay, so to add text like this, you would just grab the text here on the side and you move it over. Wherever you see that little blue line, that's where it will end up. Okay? Wherever you see that little blue line. If I put it all the way to the top and the blue line goes all the way across, it's going to add the text to all the way to the top, and then you just start typing. You can edit, just highlight it and edit, make it bold, italicized, underline. You can make it larger, you can make it smaller, you can change the color, you can turn it into a link where you link it to a website, you link it to a standard page, which would be a page within your website, or maybe to a specific blog post, a file you can upload if you wanted it to load up a file, your email, something like that. So there's a lot of different things you can do. You can adjust it so that it's left justified where you see it now, or aligned in the center, or aligned on the left, or this one should spread it all the way out, which I don't really like very much. It doesn't usually work. So anyway, now how would I add a picture? Right, anytime you want to edit something, you just click on it and it gives you everything you can change. It's pretty simple. Let's say I wanted to add a picture somewhere on the page. It works the same. Let me delete this here. Okay, let's say I want to add a picture, a single picture. I would click on image, drag it over. Again, that blue line shows me where it's going to end up. Is it going to be all the way across, just next to that blue text, or next to that text? Or I'm going to delete it because I don't like it there. Maybe I want it to go all the way down the edge. So I would have to make sure that that blue line is highlighted all the way down. See that on the left, blue line all the way down? Blue line is only part of the way. I would want it all the way because it looks a little bit better with the whole image. And then I click. I can upload a photo that I have. I could search for a photo. Maybe I've created favorites. Maybe there's an image URL. You can copy that. Either way, you add your picture there. All right. Hopefully that's helpful. I will add a couple more videos as we go to show you some more detail, but for now, those would be the main things you want to add. Now, I would suggest just trying to play with some of this, the buttons here on the side. Embed code means you can literally put like a YouTube video or something in there, but you'd have to go copy the code from that. I'll show you that at another time. But for this video, how you add an image, how you add text or a title, and noticing that that blue line is wherever the blue line shows up, that's where your text is that's where whatever you're putting in is gonna show up. Okay, just make sure you know that. Blue line, oh, whole thing there. It would put it in here. Yeah, see, so it goes all the way across. Just make sure that you use, pay attention to where the blue line is, and you can always delete the picture by hovering over it, clicking the X, and saying delete. Okay, hopefully that was helpful. Thank you. See you later.